Have you ever imagined finding a man who lived during the age of dinosaurs, frozen for millions of years, and bringing him into the modern world? It sounds like a movie plot, but this is the incredible and brutal universe of Pickle, sir. One of the most fascinating characters from the Baki the Grappler series. But wait, who is this Pickle guy? And why is he so important? Pickle is a primitive human found perfectly preserved in a saline rock formation, literally pickled, as his name suggests. Originating from the Jurassic period, he is a survivor from an era where dinosaurs ruled the earth. Imagine this, a man so strong and resilient that he fought against Tyrannosaurus rexes without weapons, using only his teeth and sheer brute force. That's right, he's not just a character, he's a true force of nature. When Pickle is awakened in the modern world, he understands nothing about technology, society, or even morality. He is guided by his most primitive instincts, like an animal in a strange habitat. This adaptation to the new world is one of the most fascinating elements of his story. His almost childlike curiosity is contrasted by the brutality of his actions. Pickle doesn't see life as we do. To him, the world is a battlefield where only the strongest survive. Now let's talk about his abilities. Pickle is a true aberration of nature in the best sense. His strength is so absurd that he can withstand bullets and even impacts from high-speed vehicles. His muscles are so dense that he can fight against the world's best martial artists without any prior training. But what truly sets Pickle apart is his instinctive intelligence. He may seem like a clueless savage, but his ability to interpret human behavior and adapt to situations makes him much more complex than he appears. One of Pickle's most iconic moments is his battle against Retsu. In this fight, Pickle shows his true ferocity for the first time. Even when attacked with deadly blows, he rises without showing any sign of pain and responds in a primitive and brutal manner, biting and devouring pieces of his opponent. It's a shocking scene, but it perfectly reflects the contrast between the sophistication of martial arts and the brutality of primitive survival. And it doesn't stop there. Pickle also faces figures like Jack Hanma and even Baki himself. Each battle reveals something new about his personality and abilities. For instance, during his fight with Jack, Pickle shows fear, something rare for him. The reason? Jack at one moment appears to Pickle like a giant wasp, the only animal Pickle fears since he was poisoned by one during the Jurassic period. This detail not only humanizes Pickle, but also reminds us that despite his superhuman strength, he still has vulnerabilities. Another fascinating aspect of Pickle is his morality. He has a peculiar code of honor. He only eats those he deems worthy after a fight. This gesture may seem grotesque, but for Pickle, it's a form of respect. He cries while eating his opponents, demonstrating an almost spiritual connection with his battles and his meals. He also learns to fight with honor over time, as evidenced when he returns Katsumi Orochi's torn arm, praying for him in a sign of respect. But Pickle isn't just brute force and instinct. He is an enigma. He never speaks, but he understands body language and others' intentions with alarming precision. His silence adds an air of mystery and depth to the character, leaving room for interpretations about who he really is, a monster or a victim of his time. Now think about this. How would it be to live in a world where you are both a hero and an enemy? Pickle is adored and feared for his strength and innocence, but he is also a reminder of how relentless nature can be. He forces us to reflect on our own instincts and what it means to be human in a world where survival isn't always the top priority. Finally, Pickle's legacy goes beyond his battles. He is a metaphor for the constant struggle between instinct and reason, between the wild past and the sophisticated present. He challenges our understanding of strength, morality, and adaptation. After all, in a world he barely understands, Pickle finds his place through fighting, a fight that goes beyond muscles and violence, reflecting the eternal quest for meaning. So, now that you know Pickle's story, here's the question. What truly separates us from our primitive instincts? Are we on some level all like Pickle, trying to find our place in a constantly changing world?